Welcome to your daily focus for January the 10th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us today. Knight of Cups. What do we love? What's our passions? This could be love coming in, absolutely. Our knight in shining armor appears here. This could be messages about how to bring the balance into a loving relationships, maybe home, family, close relationships, friends, family. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords has not been around in our daily readings for quite some time. And I see the sign of Libra hanging around his neck. So it is about instilling the balance in our lives. And the Six of Coins. Balance. So today is definitely about balance. It's about bringing balance into the things we love, the things we want to create, things that bring out the passion inside of us, the joy inside of us. Yes, Peanut. Well, I can't pet you right now. I get an angel card. Honesty. So 5 plus 2 is 7, which is the seeker of truth. So do we need to have an honesty with ourselves, with somebody else, a group of people perhaps? Start at the beginning. The Knight of Cups. Now, I noticed in the first two cards there's a big presence of blue, and then in the last two cards there's a big presence of golds and greens. So I think, you know, if we were to read these cards as a timestamp, morning, afternoon, we want to process our thoughts. We may instill an action or gain divine wisdom towards the end of the day. I don't see a lot of green now that I hold it up. I see more gold, so meditation, prayer, reflection. Knight of Cups, it's about the things we love. It could be our passions, our career goals, our stature in the community, the home, the workplace. The Knight of Cups usually brings in messages to us to lead us in the right direction, or to at least give us pause to thought. Maybe there's an honesty that is needed today about truly what brings us passion, what brings us happiness, joy, what allows us to express love. We have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is very much here about bringing in a balance. And what actions will truly bring in the balance. Now we have the blindfold around us. So it's things we don't want to look at. It's things we've been ignoring, avoiding, sweeping under the carpet. So, I mean, we all have those little things in our life where we avoid them. We hope they go away. We hope they dissipate. I saw a sign in a doctor's office once and it said, my 5 most favorite words are, maybe it will go away. Because things only worsen. It festers. And then becomes something uncontrollable. Something that takes all of our energy in order to make better. So we really need to think long and hard about what we have been avoiding in our lives. Maybe it's something internally. Maybe it's something externally. But it's something that has been keeping you out of balance. Even though you've been ignoring it and trying to move on with your life, there's something that persists. There's something that nags at you. There's something that stresses you out when you do give it energy. But I think you do need to give it your energy today, if only to think about what needs to be done. How to put closure on it. Remember, we're moving towards a full moon, so it's all about healing and closure. The ends of chapters. The completion of something to elevate yourself to a higher path. We have the Six of Coins here, which tells me that if you take your time, we're not throwing a handful of coins down here on one side and hoping it doesn't tip. We're doing one coin at a time. Really bringing in the balance that needs to be in our lives. Now, the green can symbolize the heart chakra, which is love, understanding. It also could be abundance, money. So what are you trying to balance in your life? Is it home and work? Is it the love for yourself and then the love for another and trying to bring those things in balance? What does abundance mean to you? How do you define it? What would mean more abundance in your life? Is it a closer connection with your spirituality? Is it stature in the community? Is it your coffers being filled? Getting that raise at work, that promotion? Starting your own business and starting to create your own livelihood? Because you're trying to understand the balance that needs to be and how to bring that balance into existence. And it's two opposing forces. We get that with the Two of Swords and we get that with the Six of Coins. That we're trying to balance out different things in our life so it works together. So it all flows. And 25 is the honesty. The honesty we need with ourselves, but maybe with somebody else. Maybe we need to have that heart-to-heart conversation. And I don't think that if we are having those heart-to-heart conversations with people today, that we go in with our minds made up on how the conversation is going to turn out. But to be very open-minded, be open to the flow of what can come out of that conversation. Because if you're feeling a certain way, chances are they're feeling the exact same way. But if your mind is already made up going into the conversation, then what's going to happen is ultimatums. And ultimatums never work. So keep your mind open to the possibility that the conversation could go in a whole new direction. Or maybe it's putting yourself in a situation that you have been not wanting to put yourself into. You've been holding yourself back from moving forward in a certain direction. So don't go in with the expectation that it's going to be a certain way. I think today is very much about going with the flow. Let's see what our wise animals have to say. So I think it's a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling. It could be just internal work today. But since we have so much balance that's needed, chances are we're not looking inside for the balance. We are looking at creating the balance in our world around us through home, family, neighborhood, job, career, the community. And I don't think it's a decision-making day, but it's one to gather more information, understand how the balance can truly be, to not look away at the things we have been avoiding, because this is a perfect time to put closure on things, endings on things, allow healing in. Our little bear is back, awakening. There's our little bear. Uncertainty, openness, awakening, negativity, and hibernation. When we fall asleep, we withdraw our awareness from its hypnotic fascination with physical sensation, thereby enabling us to listen with our now awakened sixth sense. So it's tapping into our intuition today. It's tapping into our higher wisdom today. Bear reminds you that you've been hibernating and hiding from your passions and your own true self for far too long. Now is the time to open your mind, heart, and soul and see with all your senses, but most importantly with your sixth sense. Spend some time each morning journaling and listening to your heart. Release the fears and only hear the love of what you want out of that love. The fears only prevent you from crawling out of the cave, and they cause you to be grumpy and negative. Bear says that it's your time of awakening. Maybe you have been always wanted to write a book or pick up an instrument or learn how to knit. Maybe you've been afraid to sign up for a class because you've been caught within the web of fear for so long that you forgot how good it felt to stretch and feel the love that is around you and the love that you create from within. No matter what speaks to your soul, release the fear and allow Bear to stand beside you and assist you with your awakening. Don't allow your limited view to bring about fear, because you are on the verge of something great. Push the fear aside and feel the awakening bubbling up within you. Bear may be telling you that you need a good sound sleep, one that is undisturbed and restful. Once you awaken from that sleep, you will feel refreshed and ready to take on the world. Bears are resourceful before, during, and after hibernation. Bear wants to teach you too, to be resourceful with your life. Are you purchasing too much food at the store that is going unused? Or could it be that your closet is filled with clothes that you haven't worn in years? Bear says it's time to simplify. And that has been a message ongoing over several weeks now, if not months, to simplify, to clean out the closets, to get rid of the clutter. So that's part of the message today. Where do we need to simplify in our lives? Where do we need to clean out the clutter? But also what you have been hiding from because it's fear-based. This is a time to look at it, to understand why the fear is there, what keeps you out of balance, what keeps you from going forward. And I don't know if today is really the decision-making day and the action day. I definitely don't see action here. But it's a day to understand what you need to do, what you need to process. So yes, today is a day when you could journal successfully in order to work out. And when you start to journal and just start writing, and don't worry what you're writing because nobody's ever going to read it but you. So it doesn't matter what you put down on that piece of paper. But when you start to journal, it's amazing the thoughts that start to come alive. And people tell me they sit down to journal for 2 or 3 minutes and then an hour goes by and they've got pages and pages filled. And it's an enlightening experience for them. They learn so much that was buried beneath, because once you scratch the surface and you start writing, then you allow to go deeper within your soul, within your heart, within your intuition, within your wisdom, to really tap into what you needed to know all along. Well, you knew it. It was just buried within, and exposing it so that you can deal with it. So you can look it in the eye, you can deal with it, and allow the balance to come into your life. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.